Beyond. My name is Colin Moriarty. I'm here with Zach Wood, and we're about to play a little bit of Hohokum. Now, Zach, thank you for joining me again because we just saw each other a few weeks ago. We played a little bit of Hohokum, but specifically you played a little bit of Hohokum, and this time you're going to show me the game, and then I'm going to take the reins and see what's going on in this game. So,
perfect.
Should we jump in? You can tell us a little bit about what it's about.
Let's do it.
All right.
So we're going to show this new area we've been showing recently called Fun Fair. And this is probably the most kind of busy, bustling space in the entire game. It's got the most amount of characters in it.
So immediately, the game doesn't tell you anything, right? It
Right.
kind of just throws you in. So
Right.
what are you trying to do in the game? Because this is a question I get a lot with Hohokum. Is it's beautiful, engaging soundtrack. It looks really great, but what's the objective?
So there are different objectives in different spaces, right? So it's not always the same. And you know, the characters and the world kind of respond to you, and it's a highly reactive world. So you see, as I'm just flying through here, people are jumping on my back. They want to take a ride, and they'll also just jump off. Like these characters wanted to jump off and do the sort of fun mirror thing. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to encapsulate it into one thing because it's really so many things.
Right,
like
right.
there's 17 different worlds, and every world has its own cast of characters, and you know, sort of a main. There is like a main activity in every world, but it's very hard to sort of like encapsulate it into like one thing.
So is it fair to say that the game's kind of, you know, non-linear and you kind of just take it as it comes and kind of just explore it and figure things out for yourself? I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, at its core, it's a game about exploration and discovery. You know, and I think that, you know, part of the charm is sort of discovering, you know, what the game is over time, you know. So yeah, I mean, you can just see just as me flying around, like the world is kind of reacting to me. So this character just jumped off and jumped on a seesaw. You know, I'm flying through here, and all these plants are lighting up. So you know, it's yeah, it's just about sort of surprise, discovery. And I think that, like I was saying, that the goals of all these areas kind of just reveal themselves to you as you're just kind of flying around. Like, oh, you kind of connect the various pieces. So, like, I have this thing on my back here, this large sort of, I don't know what you would even call this. People refer to it like a piece of sushi.
yeah.
So, I'm going to take the sushi over here to this roller coaster and now discover that it's actually a piece of the roller coaster itself.
So is it fair to say that when you've kind of put all these pieces together in the world, whether it's bringing these people to the various places they want to be, bringing the roller coaster cars or the sushi, the roller coaster sushi, I think we'll call it,
Sure.
to where it needs to be, that basically the world is then complete and you move on? Is that how it works? Or can you kind of jump
but
in
it's
and
not.
out?
You can jump in and out. It's not linear, so it's not. You're not gated. You know, like if I can leave this space and go somewhere else and just travel around, and I don't have to kind of complete that main thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. I think this game's been on people's radar for a while now, and I think people are impressed with it. I think people are maybe a little, you know, confused about the objective, but I think you've kind of cleared it up. Is that the objective is to kind of do things at your own pace, to kind of relax with it? It reminds me a lot of
just explore
Yeah.
and interact with the worlds and just kind of enjoy. I mean, you know, I think Richard Hogg and Ricky Haggett, who were the co-creators, kind of set out to make a game that was, you know, stress-free and sort of, you know, void of traditional stresses of video games, like, you know, you must go here, you must do this in a certain period of time or whatever. This doesn't present itself to the player like that,
Right.
And it's refreshing, actually, you know, that you know, you can just kind of explore and have fun, and you know, when you discover sort of what the objectives are, it kind of feels natural, you know.
So should I take control and see
Yeah,
what's
give it a go.
going on?
Yeah.
So what am I doing here? Am I using the analog stick? Yeah, I'm
You're using
the
the left analog stick to move.
Okay,
Yep.
and then X, I guess, will
X will
accelerate?
speed you up. Yep.
Okay.
And circle will slow you down.
Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. Very
And you
cool.
can also use the left analog stick to kind of wiggle yourself a little bit, and you can get a bit of a boost going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Now you just discovered the vacuum, the Hoover.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I won't strand you, little guys. Come with me. I love the art. So tell me a little bit more about these developers. Tell me how has Sony kind of stumbled upon this game, because this was kind of incubating for a while, you know, at that developer, right?
Yeah, you know, we first saw this back at IGF 2011, and we're really just mesmerized by it. And we started talking to Ricky Haggett and Richard Hogg, who were the co-creators, and just that we were really excited about it. And they were working on something else also at the time. So when they were ready to kind of come back and finish the game, they approached us, and I think they're familiar with the kinds of games that we make in Sony Santa Monica, and I think that it was just a really good fit. I mean, we're always looking for kind of boundary pushing, creative, non-traditional kinds of games. Those are just the kinds of games that we love to do. And so I think it was just kind of a natural fit for both of us to work together.
It seems like I agree with you in terms of spirit. It seems like a That Game Company kind of style game, or a Giant Sparrow kind of game. And obviously, those are studios that you guys really helped get off get on the map, as it were, down in Sony Santa Monica. So definitely seems to, like you said, to be in the same spirit as those kinds of relaxing, very unique games. Yeah,
and we're able to kind of bring different things to the table as well. So the music in this game is a collaboration with Ghostly International, which is a record label, and so a number of different artists on that label are providing music for the game. And what's interesting about that is that when the guys were starting to design the game and looking for inspiration, they had a lot of the Ghostly artists in their playlist for inspirations for the game. So it's kind of come in full circle.
Awesome.
And it's pretty awesome to actually be able to collaborate and work with these musicians that we love, and that actually inspired some of the the game itself. So that's been really awesome.
Well, I'm just kind of getting all, like you said, mesmerized by it.
Yeah, you really just kind of get lost in it. Yeah.
Like, I'm not even sure. Like, I just kind of want to explore. I'm kind of drawn in by the aesthetic. I love this dragon here. Is that? Yeah, I guess assume that's a dragon. It's pretty cool looking. This guy's freaking out now. The sushi guys are freaking out on the roller coaster there. I like it. I like this game. So let's wrap it up with this one question then, Zach. When can people expect to find us, and what consoles can people expect to find us? Is this a cross-play game?
It is. It's coming out for PS4, PS3, and Vita, and it supports cross-save, so you can save and resume on any platform. And it's coming soon. It's coming really soon. We haven't announced an actual date yet, but it's coming really soon.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to play more of this. And like I told you before we started playing, I feel like this is a game where I got to sit on the couch, darken the lights a little bit.
Yeah, time goes by fast.
Grab a bourbon maybe.
Yeah. There you go.
And just kind of simmer with it, as it were. So Zach, thank you for bringing it in. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And for more on all things Hohokum and all things, we're finding a new place here. So wait, hold on. Let me just make sure that I dropped everyone off before I wrap you up.
You're looking for you're missing 4 characters. You got to match them up to the
I see.
Characters in the car.
Never mind, reader, listener, viewer. We are going to wrap it up. For more on all things Hohokum, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and all those fun things, keep it tuned to IGN.